What's up guys, Sean Tom with VPX Baseball. I'm here with Jim Parquet, and we're going to talk you guys through a series of drills that's going to help out your heel connection. Heel connection is massive for hitters for transferring max energy from the ground into the barrel, creating backspin, driving the ball in the gap. If we don't have heel connection as hitters, then we're not stacked, we're not loaded, and we're not at our most powerful. So we'll take you through, we'll start with square one here. So we're going to work from a loaded position. Proper sequencing when we're trying to work on getting our heels connected is a stride and a push, right? So it's not going to be this way, because then my back heel comes up, all that energy dissipates, and I can't transfer it into the baseball.
So I'm going to keep my back heel right here. I'm going to show you how it should look, right? Stride, separate, push. Okay, on your separation, that's your push, and your hands go back. Don't stride with the hands forward. It's stride, separate, right? So it's going to look like this. Stride, separate, swing. Okay?
Keep in mind too that the reason, just as Jim said, that we don't have our hands back too early is because that barrel is a counterweight, and your body will counter, go forward, and our heel will come off the ground and we'll lose it.
So watch it again. Stride, separate, swing. Okay? Now if I do it wrong, it's going to look like this. Okay? I'm going to sequence wrong because in your swing, you should never be doing this, right? So if I sequence it wrong and I go hands, separate, watch what happens. I can't get to that, that's off the end. It's the same exact pitch, same everything, but I know I have to reach to it to get to it. Compared to, and again, I'm using my foot in the same exact spot. I'm staying on the same plane here. I'm gonna go stride, separate. There I am. That's to the pull side, everyone, of second base, right? Now, obviously you wanna work it as you get deeper, right? You can work as you get deeper and get longer, but we're trying to create an impact hitter. Impact hitter doesn't hit this pitch just right in here. He has more range of motion, which gives him better plate coverage. On goes the story.
Absolutely. Now we're going to move on to the second drill in the progression. Same concept, but we're going to add a little bit more momentum into it to make our body work a little bit harder to get connected. So what we're going to do here is we'll still go with two hands. We're going to go to there, and then we're going to go down, push, and go. If we do it incorrectly, it's going to be this way, right? So he's going to work on to a toe, and then heel in the ground, push with the back hip.
All right, so it's gonna look like this. Okay, I'm just gonna get in my position. I'm gonna go toe, separate, go, right? Okay. Now that one is a little laggy. It's starting to fade on that opposite side. This pitch right here, I wanna hit it right up the middle, if not to a little to the pull side, so that means I have to have more hands. So the reason why I did that is because I got unstacked right here, and we don't want that. We wanna stay stacked, maintain our real estate. And I'm gonna go toe, it's gonna come down, separate, go. Okay, watch again. Okay, and there I am, right? Now if I did it regular, so you can see it all in full motion, right? I'm gonna go toe, boom, and then I'm gonna go separate, go. Okay, feels kind of weird, but what we're trying to do is separate out all of the components.
So now we're going to move on, and we're going to really work to see how we're doing with our contact points. After you start to get a good feel for your sequencing and you're separating on time and staying connected to the ground, we're going to go to one hand here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to our stride, and we're going to go one hand through and go, okay? We're going to push with our hip and go one hand through. What this is going to tell us is if I don't have leverage, if he doesn't have leverage at contact point to get good firm contact, even with one hand, then we know we're drifting and our barrel's dragging and we're not supporting it properly. But if he has good leverage and is staying stacked and staying connected, that barrel's gonna get to contact with leverage, even if we're a little bit deeper, and he's gonna drive the ball that way.
Now, if I become unconnected, because that's the key, right? We're working backwards, we're trying to get good connection. What are the components to connection? It's staying stacked and making sure that I have good sequencing and separation, right? Staying stacked the entire time, not becoming unstacked at any moment within my swing, right? So if I do that, what happens is it wraps. Okay, so I'm going to start on the back end of my zone, basically with the top hand, and I'm going to basically do the same thing here, right? Boom. Okay, so land, go. Okay, so feel pretty good there. Move it out, but the idea here is to figure out where the front portion is, right? So as you get going, it's going to be land, boom. That's right to the second baseman, right? Now if I do it unstacked, watch what happens. So we'll start with unstacked, okay? I'm gonna get here, land, I'm gonna do the good separation, but watch what happens after I separate and I go this way, okay? Land, okay? And then I'm gonna separate and become unstacked, okay? I did the exaggeration to go at it that way. So it wraps me because I get out and around. When my head goes there, my swing gets out and around. Now if I did it where I become unstacked straight, okay? Land, and then I'm gonna go separate and straight, right? Land, same thing. I feel like in order to command this, I have to come down. You might be going, oh, you're exaggerating that. I'm not, because I can't, because it's only one hand here, and having the strength to command the barrel, it really exponentially exaggerates all of the issues. I have to really stay stacked in order to stay planar, right? Because if I'm out here, this is not feeling good. This is what feels better, right? Or getting out and around it. I can't stay inside it. Boom, okay? That was unstacked, that's why I came around it, right? So at the end of the day, as long as you stay stacked into heel connection, you have a good separation or good separation, then you're gonna be able to hit this ball out here. So let's try it, okay? Right here. There it is. Staying stacked, right?
You'll notice that his head position is staying on that back hip all the way through contact. It's not head here, but then as I go, my head drifts. It is head over the back hip as it pushes. Staying stacked and staying connected go hand in hand. You stay stacked over your back hip, then you will stay connected and get all that energy up into the ball. But if my head leaves, back heel's gonna come up, energy dissipates and leaves.
All right, why don't you take him to the fourth one here?
Yeah, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna start to work our optimal points of contact with leverage from here and work our way back, okay?
Okay. So you see a lot of big leaguers doing their drills. They move this ball really deep and they're just working the one-handed or whatever it might be. They're trying to get that good heel connection and going, right? Now, this is not where hitters at the big league level or impact hitters are trying to hit this baseball. If you are a guy who just hits the baseball back here, at some point, you're gonna get squeezed out of the game because there's gonna be a hitter who can hit that ball here, but he drives it there. He doesn't lift and separate because he's heel connected, he stays stacked, and he also has a good separation, okay? But he also can hit this ball here, right? And that's what we're gonna work. So we'll start this, right, as you commonly see, but this is not where you wanna hit the baseball for optimal power, guys, right? But we're gonna get in here and I'm just gonna work. My harness right here is gonna tell me if I become unstacked, if I become disconnected, if I become too top heavy, whatever it might be, it's gonna pull my back foot off the ground, which tells me all of the bad problems that are going on. And you need this feel, guys, you just have to. So we're gonna work this outside and we're gonna work the oppo and we're gonna work the pull, okay? So I'm gonna start with the oppo here, staying stacked. Land, go, okay? Feel good on that? You got anything on it?
Keep in mind there's a big, so when we start working the deeper part of our pendulum here, we start working early in the zone here, as Jim said, there's a big difference between me hitting this ball and me being an impact guy and getting good wood on it and driving it into the gap. So in order to do that, my barrel's gotta get in here. In order to do that, I've gotta stay stacked. If I come unstacked, my barrel's gonna go this way. And that's when I become the guy that just flips that ball the other way and not being an impact hitter. But if I get in early by staying stacked and connected, I can drive that ball.
Now, how will you know if you're flipping this baseball? It's simple, the ball just keeps bleeding. So if you're a guy and your oppo shots just keep bleeding, right? They start moving that way. All you're doing is flipping that baseball. That's what this would look like, right? I'm gonna flip it because I didn't heel connect, I got out front, on goes the story. Watch what happens, right? You can see that I have to go this way and then my barrel lags. It's barrel lag to barrel drag. Rather than, and when I'm using this, man, it's pulling my back heel off the ground and telling me, don't do that, son. Don't do that, son, right? But if I do it right, boom. That ball is perfectly straight to the 6 hole. That's basically just a little left of the shortstop, right?
Exactly.
So now I'm gonna start moving this up, right? This ball should be hit right up the middle, if not maybe a little to the pull side, right? Depends on the count. But basically I should be able to do that. Everybody's telling you, no, you can't do that. Really? That's funny. If I have heel connection and proper sequencing and I stay stacked, watch what happens. Right? I'm pulling that baseball. Yeah, I hit it on the ground, but that ball is actually on the barrel, okay? Again, watch what happens here. There's the barrel, right? Stay loaded and through it, stay behind it, okay? If I don't do that, and I don't heel connect properly, these things will rip my back foot off the ground, right? There's the rollover ground ball, okay? Same spot, same everything. Obviously, I go.
That's it. And if you look, every time we get good barrel, even on this pitch that we're sending into the right center gap, every single time we get good barrel, if you look on finish, the head is here on the back hip as we're moving into the pitch so that his barrel can lead and create backspin. That all comes from the longer I stay in the ground back here, the longer I stay weight on this back hip through the swing.
Watch what happens. I'm gonna put it out even further. This is where a big league guy wants this ball. $10 million pitch, gotta put this into the stands and make 10 million bucks. If I had some big muscles and some juice, I'd be able to do that right here, okay? So there's that pitch. If I become unstacked, there it is. Don't do that, right? You can't hit the ball out front right there. No, you can't. That's true. You definitely can if you are not heel connected or executing or teaching the right components to a big league swing. Big league swing easily smashes this ball right here. Watch, okay? Land, boom. Oh, look, that's barrel. And that's good, plain cut. And my barrel's in the zone earlier in case I'm a little late on it, but if I'm right on you and it's too low, man, I can get it. Watch this. That ball is basically just to the right of that. Yeah, I hit it I hit it on the barrel, but I'll tell you what, if I had big muscles, that ball's gone. Here we go again. There it is, okay? Ball's perfectly straight. Compared to, what happens if I can get it back here, okay? Looking off speed, whatever, as long as I am maintaining connection and staying stacked, I can still get that. And that ball is perfectly straight over the 6-hole, right? Big muscles, which I don't have, that ball's put into the stands all the way 370, right? Maybe even more. But bottom line is, you gotta stay stacked how you do that, or you gotta have heel connection how you do that, stay stacked all the way through, and make sure you have good sequencing. Boom. Not this, it's land, go, okay?
That's it. And as hitters, the longer I can stay on my backside and the longer my heels stay connected in the ground, the more juice I'm applying into the ball, the further the baseball is going to go. We hope you guys like this drill sequence, and it's going to help you out immensely in improving the power in your game and getting all those miles per hour and barrel speed out of your body. Go ahead and check out our website for more drills on how to make you a better baseball player. We also have a full line of products on our website to help get you to the big leagues.